Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, future millionaires and current survivors of 5 failed business ideas. I greet you all with the deepest respect and just a touch of sarcasm because let's be honest, some of us are still recovering from that one idea we were sure would take us to the moon. Now let's talk about something that has quietly sabotaged more dreams than bad friends, procrastination, and Netflix combined. It has no face, no form, but oh, it's loud in your mind. It shows up when you're broke, unemployed, frustrated, or just too lazy to put in the work. It whispers sweet nothings like, "Don't worry, your time will come," and then disappears when it's actually time to show up. That thing, my friends, is luck. Yes, I said it. Luck, the imaginary friend for adults who don't want to try. The same thing that convinced your uncle back in 2003 to sell his cow and invest in lottery tickets. Now he's neither a millionaire nor a dairy farmer. The same luck that whispered to your neighbor, "Trust your gut, this aviator game is the one," and now he's out here Googling how to recover emotionally after losing money to apps. Spoiler alert, the only thing he gained was a free lesson in humility. Today, I'm here not to destroy your dreams, but to rescue them. To remind you that your destiny is not a game of chance, it's a game of choices. I want to inspire you to stop depending on fortune and start creating it. Forget lucky numbers, build solid habits, spin less, grind more. So buckle up. Let's dive into why betting on luck might be the most unlucky decision of your life. Let's imagine this. You're starting a business and you get to choose your partner. You can either choose hard work, always shows up on time, wears the same outfit every day, drinks black coffee, and gets things done. Discipline, doesn't talk much, reads a lot, goes to bed at 9 p.m., and wakes up at 4 a.m. Or luck, the guy who shows up drunk, hasn't bathed in 3 days, and says things like, "Bro, trust me." Who would you choose? I hope you picked hard work or discipline. Because luck is that unreliable friend who promises to pick you up at 7 a.m. and shows up next year. And somehow, you still forgive them because they meant well. But here's the thing. Meaning well doesn't build empires. Action does. If you build your life on luck, you're building a house on sand during hurricane season with no insurance. Let's be honest. We all at some point imagined winning the lottery. Some of you even prayed, "God, if you just let me win this 100 million, I swear I'll build a church, donate to charity, and only buy one Lamborghini." And then what happened? You spent all your money buying tickets, lost, and now you're building castles in the air with imaginary cement. Let me hit you with some stats. The odds of winning a major lottery, about 1 in 292 million. The odds of getting struck by lightning, 1 in 1.2 million. The odds of you waking up tomorrow with Beyonce's singing voice, better than the lottery. In short, betting on luck is like expecting to get abs from laughing at fitness memes. Here's where it gets serious. Some people blame everything on bad luck. Didn't get the job? I'm unlucky. Business failed? Just my luck? Crushed on someone and they liked your best friend instead? My love life is cursed. No, stop it. You're not unlucky. You're inconsistent. The universe isn't against you. It's just ignoring you because you haven't been showing up every day. Success isn't a lottery. It's a subscription. You have to pay for it every single day with your time, your effort, your focus. Luck doesn't build consistency. Discipline does. Even the most lucky people, they were working in the background for 5, 10, 15 years before anyone noticed. You think Elon Musk is lucky? The guy works 100-hour weeks, eats lunch during meetings, and probably dreams in spreadsheets. That's not luck, that's madness. Let me tell you something personal. I once knew a guy who spent 5 years trying to hit big on online betting. He memorized teams, players, weather conditions, and even tracked how many goals were scored on rainy Thursdays in Turkey. 5 years later, nothing to show but a couch with his body imprint and a glowing screen that says, "You lost." And yet, across the street, another guy started small, selling phone covers. Just phone covers. He didn't wait for luck. He waited on customers. Today, he has shops in 3 cities. Why? Because while the other guy was betting on odds, he was betting on himself. Luck is lazy. Don't let it control your timeline. Your time is too expensive to waste waiting. Luck doesn't care if you're a good person. Luck doesn't care if you're educated. Luck doesn't care if you cried during The Lion King or if you give beggars coins. It's not personal, it's probability. But let me tell you what does care. Discipline cares. Persistence cares. Consistency cares. When you work hard, the universe notices, slowly at first, then suddenly. People who bet on themselves eventually become the ones other people bet on. That's how influence works. Let me break it down. A system is something you do repeatedly to get better over time. A surprise is something that happens once and you don't know why. Most people are praying for surprises, but winners are building systems. Let me give you a system. Wake up early. Read something useful. Practice your craft. Show up every day. Reflect every week. Nowhere in that system is win the lottery or wait for a miracle. Success is not about one big break. It's about 1,000 small breaks that you built yourself. Like Lego bricks of blood, sweat, and caffeine. Let me tell you a funny story. A man fell into a hole and prayed, God, please get me out. God sent a ladder. He ignored it. God sent a rope. He ignored it. God sent a person. He shouted, no, I'm waiting on God. Eventually he died. Went to heaven and said, God, why didn't you help me? God said, I sent you a ladder, a rope, and a guy named Steve. The moral? You're not unlucky. You're unobservant. Opportunities don't always look like miracles. Sometimes they look like a boring job that teaches you discipline, a side hustle that barely pays but grows, a book that opens your mind, a mentor who tells you the truth, even when it hurts. Betting on luck makes you blind, but working makes you ready. Listen to me carefully and let this sink deep into your bones, not just your ears. You are not a gamble. You are not some coin tossed into the air. You are not a random outcome on a roulette table. You, my friend, are a guarantee if you do the work. The only true investment with guaranteed returns is not the stock market, not real estate, not crypto. It's you. Your time, your effort, your dedication, your mindset, your hunger. So stop handing over your dreams to luck like it's some divine Uber driver that will just show up and take you to your goals. Luck has no GPS. It doesn't know where you live and it rarely comes on time. You want to move forward? Don't put your dreams in the hands of a slot machine. Put them in your calendar. Put them in your routine. Put them in your blood, sweat, and tears. If you're going to bet, don't bet on random numbers and magical winds of fate. Bet on skills. Bet on growth. Bet on small actions repeated consistently over time. Learn something new every single day, no matter how small. Start something, even if it's just a tiny seed. Show up, even when no one's clapping. Improve by just 1% every single day. Because that 1% daily improvement, over a year, it's not small anymore. It compounds into greatness. Remember this, your future self is watching from 5 years ahead, from 10 years ahead, and they're either going to stand on a stage and thank you, or sit on a couch and roast you with, really? That's all you did? So choose wisely. Bet on yourself. It's the only wager you'll never regret. You know how sometimes in a village, Wi-Fi just randomly appears and disappears? That's luck. One moment you're browsing Instagram. Next minute, you're staring at a loading circle that looks like it's mocking your life choices. Do you build your business around village Wi-Fi? No. You get a stable connection. So why build your future on unstable luck? The ultimate goal is not to chase luck. It's to become so good, so focused, so prepared that luck becomes irrelevant. So if luck shows up, great. If it doesn't, who cares? You've already built something real. Let's stop romanticizing luck. It's not a strategy. It's not a plan. It's barely a coincidence with good PR. Here's what you need to remember. Bet on effort. Bet on discipline. Bet on consistency. Bet on learning. Bet on service. Bet on faith. Bet on yourself. Because you know what? You are the best investment you will ever make. If I ever start a casino, I'll name it your future. Because honestly, that's what most people are gambling every day. But you're different now. From today, you're not betting on luck. You're building success. You're not wishing to win. You're working to win. And when people ask you, how did you become so successful? Just smile and say, I stopped betting on luck and started betting on myself. Thank you. And remember, you don't need luck. You need a plan, a purpose, and probably a little less Netflix. Now go build something legendary.